Let's take a look at the weekend games as far as the championship games are involved. First up is the best game out there, and that's the SEC Championship game, Alabama-Georgia. This is a game that came down to overtime last year. Was a big play in overtime between Georgia and Alabama. Alabama did it. Tua Tagovailoa made that huge throw, won the game. Bama does it again. Sorry, Georgia. Next up on the list is the App State Mountaineers and Louisiana Lafayette. That's going to be in the Sun Belt Championship game. And I got to go with App State in this case. Next up on the parade of games we're going to see is going to be Texas and OU. Oh, yeah, it's going to be in Jerry's world. I think Oklahoma's going to win. 3, 4, 5 points. Heck, that could be 70-65 the way they play defense in that conference. But I think OU's just got the ability to score too many points for Texas. Next up is going to be the Big Ten Championship game. That's going to be Ohio State Buckeyes against the Northwestern Wildcats. Great story, Northwestern is. Didn't win a single non-conference game, but they did well enough to get into this game. I don't think they're going to be good enough to win. They'll keep it semi-close, and when I say semi-close, I mean about 20 points. Ohio State's the better team. They win this game. Next up on the championship game list for us is going to be Utah against Washington. This game will be played in Seattle. I'm not sure. I think that's too much for Utah to overcome. And I think between Gaskin and the rest of them, for Washington, Washington wins this game out there in the Pac-12. Next up on our championship list is Pitt. It's going to play Clemson. Clemson is going to have to rally defensively. They gave up 35 points last week. Gave up a lot of big plays. I'm just not sure if Pitt can take advantage of that. They are very much a ground-type team. They can throw the ball. Can they throw it well enough to take advantage of Clemson? It'll be close for a while, but Clemson wins big. Next up in this match is going to be Memphis, and it's going to be at UCF. I think UCF wins this game. UCF overall is a better team. UCF runs the ball pretty well. Nobody runs it better than Memphis. Memphis has got a great offensive line. They've got Darrell Henderson at running back. But UCF, I think, just has too much momentum and the home field advantage in this case. Next up on our list of games, for those of you that don't always watch the Mountain West, you've got Fresno State is going to be playing on the blue carpet for Boise State. Unbelievable home field advantage. And I think Boise State wins this one as well. Next up on the list is going to be UAB and Middle Tennessee, and that's going to be for Conference USA. Great story. Bill Clark and UAB a couple years ago didn't even have a program. They weren't even playing football. And now they've got a one-loss season, and they're playing in the conference championship game. Fantastic. Can't wait to see this one. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And in the MAC championship game, you've got Northern Illinois and Buffalo. I'm going to go with Buffalo in this one. Buffalo 2 weeks ago against Ohio University turned the ball over like crazy and got blown out. And I think that they're going to sort of get a little payback to themselves, really more than anything else. And I think Buffalo ends up winning the MAC and the MAC championship.